guys, welcome back. Today I am doing Coquette building tips. So I'm not gonna stutter, I'm just gonna get right into it. So the first thing you want to do whenever I build is get rid of this weird wall indent. So you're going to grab a block, grab a normal block and make it pretty big. Use advanced move to get it into your wall, right? Make it really, really big. Now the next thing you're going to do is take a chair and again using advanced move, push it outside of your wall. And you're going to take out any fly pet. Fly the pet. And what you want to do is again advanced move and take your grid to 1/10 and push it down so that it aligns exactly with your roof. Or exactly with your roof. Now you're going to sit back down, push the chair into your wall again, or you could just use your pet. But okay, now you're going to delete the chair and use advanced move once more and push it so that it aligns perfectly with your wall. Now, when you go into your home, you'll be glitched right inside. So the next step is, now that rugs are free, it is so much easier to do detailing. So you're going to make your rug really, really big, again, to cover the whole wall. And ooh, the first thing I want to do is pick my lighting. So I already have it set to what I want. And you're going to pick an extremely light pink. Yeah. An extremely light pink. You're going to save that color. And you can't clone these rugs and then put them on the other wall. It just kind of glitches. So what you're going to do is do it for all of the walls. Perfect. Now once you're done with that, we're going to work on the floor. I really don't like the preset floors. So I always take a double floor panel, make it very large, using advanced move, push it into your floor until it is there. Until it is, yeah, until it's that, okay? Select the cream color and you can keep it like that, or I like to make it a lot lighter, almost to a white. Now the next and possibly is to add the wall decorations. So I'm going to search up Queen. You're going to take the Queenland wall, the straight one. I'm going to go in first person for this. Rotate it so that the details are facing outward and make it completely white. On laptop, I promise you this will be a lot cuter. I'm just on mobile, so it's not very cute. Push it in so it's barely showing, and advanced move. You're going to clone it. It's much, much easier. And then you don't have to try and realign it. So you're going to do this all throughout the wall. You can make it a little, you can make it a little bit smaller if you'd like. I do sometimes I don't. For this one I'm not going to, because it's kind of a pain to then clone everything. You're going to select the area, which I forget how to do. You can use your mouse if you're on laptop, or something with your keyboard, but I always forget how. You're going to rotate it and push it against all 4 walls. So I like to add a little more lighting using either hospital or penguin lights. This time I'm going to use hospital lights. It adds a really nice warm glow, although sometimes I do make it white just to see. Yeah, so it adds a really nice warm glow, and just push it above the ceiling. Perfect. I'm actually going to relocate that a little bit. And if you don't like it, you can always put a chair up there and take it out. See, and it adds a lot, it looks a lot nicer already. On mobile, at least. Now you're going to grab which column do I use? A square Tuscan I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm so sorry. And make it just big enough to reach your ceiling. Don't make it go through your ceiling, though. That's not good. Yeah. And adjust it so that it's kind of smushed into the wall, just like that. Make it white. And there you go. Now you're going to do it again. So you can either keep it like this, or there is one more detail I really like to add, just for an extra layer. So grab a disc and make it as small or as big as you want. Shove it into your wall a little bit. Don't be afraid to. I like to use advanced move for this part. And, ooh, I forgot to color it. Make it white again. Advanced move. And I like to make a frill on my walls. It just adds an extra layer. So if you want it more modern, you can just skip the frills. But if you want the true maximalist coquette feeling, I don't know, then you can go ahead and add the frills. Now you're only going to do it on one wall, and then you're just going to clone everything using the selection tool. And boom, you are done with the frills. So you are done with the very, very base. You don't have to add more to the walls after this, although I really, really like to. So on this wall where you came in, do not add anything big to the wall. So what I'm gonna do is, you look up Botanic's wall right here. I'm gonna do the most extra. Oh my gosh, if I can get it to be normal. So you search up Botanical, and you grab the table. It's a little bit pricey. Make it white. Sorry, I have an obsession with just white and pink. Scale it down to whatever you want, and then shove it in your wall. Boom. Isn't that great, chat? You're gonna clone it, put it on the next spot you want it, size it up or down. I'm gonna size this one up. Shove it in my wall. I like mine to stick out a little bit. You do not have to do that, of course. Clone selected. This house is a little bit pricey, just because of all the detailing, but I promise, stuff like when you add details, if you want it just for yourself, it's so aesthetically pleasing, and if you want it for trading, it's gonna get amazing trades. I'm gonna make this more in the middle. I want kind of a... I don't know the vibe I'm going for, okay? On this wall, I'm going to add stars. So the stars are a lot cheaper than they used to be. Oh, but they're not fully even. I forgot about that. So you're gonna do the stars, and guess what color we're doing? Now, I like to make mine really small. Make some of them bigger. So, the next step that I like to do is one of two things, okay? So, on this wall, I'm going to do. What is it called? I'm gonna do. Oh. Actually, I'm gonna do a bow. I'm gonna do the bow method. So, you're gonna get a really big bow, and guess what color you're gonna make it? That's right. Now, if you want, you can do another one, which is what I'm gonna do. Make it small and then bring it out so it puffs up out of that one. And now you have a more detailed bow. You can do that a few more times if you'd like. Now, the next step in the bow is you're gonna clone this. Okay, you're gonna clone it and put it oh, you're gonna make it really itty bitty to whatever size you'd want. Oh, if I can grab it again. I like to make mine a little bit bigger and push it down a little bit further. Let's see. A little bit upwards. Basically, we're making the bottom of the bow. Needs to be a little bit. Oh, if I can grab her. Now it's. Oh my goodness. There we go. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab a sphere. And thank you to whoever's idea it was to make the sphere massive. Thank you. You're actually so mean for that. And you're gonna make it white and then push it into your wall until it looks like the little bow cap. And you're done with your bow. I mean, until you stop focusing on how uneven it is. At least for me. So all I like to do, and then you can add some. My favorite way to add texture to a build is to add these, okay? Just trust. So you're gonna make it, you guessed it, everything white, because if you edit it a little bit weird and a part of the boot sticks out, then no one will notice. There we go, and you're gonna shove it into your wall as best as you can. Try to show only the plant, not any of the boot. It's okay if some of the plant gets disappeared. It's okay if some of the plant gets sacrificed for the boot. Clone selected. Make it tinier. Advanced move. What? Alrighty. So I'm just gonna add some of these, just a few. I just want a few. I don't want a whole bunch of them, because personally I'm not a huge fan, but they fit the vibe so stinking well. Sometimes I just like a little bit of it to stick out, Like, this is too much for me. See? And then, boom, you've got some cute little plant babies. I'm gonna clone again. And I'm gonna make this one really big and just put one. So this one's a little bit easier to see, so you're gonna see kind of how much is meant to stick out. If I can put it in the wall properly. Oh my goodness. See, not a whole lot to stick out. So for this final wall, you can choose a few things. But my favorite is to do the checkered rug. So this one is extremely simple. It's kind of exactly what it looks and sounds like. I either like to make it really big or add a few of them, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm gonna make it just really big. You guessed it, shove it into your wall. You guys know the drill at this point. Now put it up so it doesn't cover your wall bases. Now, I guess what colors? We're actually gonna use the pink this time too. And boom. Now the last thing you're gonna add to the base of your house is the trims. Usually people do this at the very beginning. I do it at the end because it actually shows me how big my house is and where I need to put them. So you're just going to put these into my favorite color. Not really a color, but we're gonna count it as a color. And you're gonna add these trims. And that's kind of it. You're gonna add these trims. Oopsies. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna only add the trims on the blank walls without the which one should I use? I'm gonna use the Taurus. That's my favorite. I'm gonna put the big at the top. I'm gonna only put it on the ones with the ruffles. Just for the sake of I like how it looks better and no one can tell me not to. So this is your own Coquette building base. I would love some credit if you're going to use this in your own builds. But yeah, that is it. If you want to see anything more, please tell me. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!